You think you know the Skywalker Saga? Think again. Long before Rey ever took on the name, the galaxy knew a very different Skywalker legacy. It was a true dynasty of powerful Jedi, heroes who shaped the galaxy, and tragic villains whose stories spanned generations. This is the tale of the original Skywalker heirs, the epic family saga that Disney completely wiped from the official canon. This is the Skywalker Saga they don't want you to see. Every legend has a beginning, end. For the Skywalkers, it all starts with a slave woman on a desolate desert planet. Shmi Skywalker's story is one of quiet strength, raising a son she believed was a child of the Force itself. That son, Anakin Skywalker, was the chosen one, a boy with off-the-charts potential, destined to bring balance to the Force. His story is the foundation for everything, a tragedy we all know by heart. He was discovered by the Jedi, became a hero of the Clone Wars, and fell in love with Senator Padme Amidala, a love strictly forbidden by the Jedi Order. It was this attachment, twisted by the dark influence of Chancellor Palpatine, that became his undoing. Terrified of losing what he loved, he chose the dark side and became Darth Vader, the Emperor's most feared enforcer. For 2 decades, he was a shadow of the hero he once was, hunting Jedi and crushing any hope for the galaxy. But in the end, love for his son brought him back. He fulfilled his destiny, not as a Jedi, but as a father, destroying his master to save his child and bringing a temporary balance to the Force at the cost of his own life. From that cataclysm, his twin children, Luke and Leia, emerged. They were separated at birth to keep them safe, and their paths couldn't have been more different, yet they were always destined to cross. Leia was raised as a princess, becoming a fiery leader in the Rebel Alliance. Luke grew up as a humble farm boy on Tatooine, totally unaware of his incredible heritage, until 2 droids showed up on his doorstep. He became the hero of the Rebellion, the new hope for the Jedi. After the Emperor's death at the Battle of Endor, the galaxy looked to them for what came next. And this is where the path splits, where one story ends and a much, much grander saga begins. In the canon timeline we see today, Luke Skywalker's attempt to rebuild the Jedi Order is a story of failure. Haunted by his nephew Ben Solo's fall to darkness, he exiles himself and becomes a cynical hermit who thinks the Jedi should just end. But in the Legends timeline, Luke's journey is profoundly different. He never gives up. He faces unimaginable loss, but he never, ever surrenders to despair. This Luke becomes the single most powerful and wise Jedi in galactic history, a true Grand Master. He builds a new Jedi Order starting on the jungle moon of Yavin 4, and learning from the mistakes of the past, his order is different. He gets rid of the old dogma that forbade attachments, because he understands that love isn't a shortcut to the dark side, it's a source of strength. This new way of thinking allows him to find a love that would have been impossible for the Jedi of old. He marries Mara Jade, a woman who was once his sworn enemy. Formerly the Emperor's Hand, an elite operative who heard Palpatine's final psychic command, "You will kill Luke Skywalker." Mara's journey from assassin to Jedi Master is one of the greatest redemption arcs in the entire saga. Their relationship is complex and real, starting as a rivalry that blossoms into a deep, unshakable partnership. Together, this Luke and Mara face threats that would have shattered the old Jedi Order. They fight reborn Sith spirits, dark side cults, and the remnants of the Empire under the brilliant Grand Admiral Thrawn. Luke's own power grows to an almost godlike scale. He learns to move black holes with the Force and see years into the future. He becomes the hero the galaxy truly needs. A wise and powerful leader who understands that the Skywalker legacy isn't about hiding from the darkness, but standing against it, no matter what. His journey isn't one of failure, it's one of enduring hope. And from his marriage to Mara Jade, a new heir is born, a boy named Ben. While Luke was rebuilding the Jedi, his sister Leia Organa and her husband Han Solo were busy rebuilding the galaxy. As central figures in the New Republic, their family became the heart of the new Skywalker generation. They had 3 children, all incredibly strong in the Force, the twins Jaina and Jacen, and their younger brother Anakin Solo. Their early lives were packed with adventure, training with their uncle Luke, and fighting what was left of the Empire. But their real test, the event that would define their entire generation, came from beyond the edge of the galaxy, the Yuuzhanvong. The Yuuzhan Vong War was a conflict unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. They were a species of religious zealots from another galaxy, and they were terrifying. They used living ships and organic weapons, and worst of all, they were completely invisible to the Force. They saw technology as blasphemy and wanted to purify the galaxy with pain. Entire worlds were destroyed, populations were enslaved, and trillions died. The New Republic was brought to its knees. Even the galactic capital, Coruscant, eventually fell. This war was the fire in which the Solo children were forged. Named for his grandfather, Anakin Solo lived in constant fear of the dark side, but he was a true hero, the embodiment of the light. He was a brilliant strategist and a compassionate leader. On a desperate mission to destroy the Voxen, creatures bred by the Vong to hunt Jedi, the team was cornered. To save his brother, his sister, and everyone else, Anakin Solo made the ultimate sacrifice. Wounded and alone, he held off hordes of Vong warriors, becoming a conduit of pure Force energy before he was finally overwhelmed. His heroic death sent shockwaves through the galaxy and his family, a devastating loss that would haunt them forever. His older sister, Jaina Solo, channeled her grief into becoming the ultimate warrior. An ace pilot, just like her dad, she became the Sword of the Jedi, the New Republic's greatest weapon in the war. She was a beacon of hope in the galaxy's darkest hour. And then there was Jacen Solo. Jacen's story is maybe the most tragic and complex in the entire Skywalker saga, a dark mirror to Kylo Ren. He was always the more philosophical of the twins, but during the war, he was captured and endured a year of brutal torture that completely changed him. He came back a hero who helped end the war. But he was haunted by visions of a dark future, a galaxy trapped in endless conflict. He became obsessed with preventing this at any cost, convinced that a single, strong ruler was needed to enforce peace. That noble intention paved his road to hell. Manipulated by a Sith named Lumia, Jacen began a slow slide into darkness. He started to believe that to achieve the ultimate good, some evil was necessary. He eventually decided it was his destiny to become a Sith Lord, to save the galaxy from itself. This led him to commit unspeakable acts. He tortured his own cousin, Ben Skywalker, to try and make him an apprentice. He murdered his own aunt, Mara Jade Skywalker. And he seized control of the government, plunging the galaxy into a brutal civil war. He became Darth Caedus. The job of stopping him fell to the only one who could, his twin sister. Jaina, the Sword of the Jedi, was forced to confront the monster her brother had become. Their final duel was a battle for the soul of the galaxy, a heartbreaking clash between two halves of the same whole. In the end, Jaina was victorious, saving the galaxy, but having to kill the person she loved most. But the Skywalker bloodline didn't end in tragedy. It endured. Luke and Mara had their son, Ben Skywalker, named for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ben grew up in the shadow of his legendary father and powerful cousins. The murder of his mother by his cousin Caedus left deep scars, but it didn't break him. He grew into a powerful Jedi Knight, fighting alongside his father to heal the fractured galaxy. Ben represents the survival of Luke's direct lineage, proof that the family could endure even the deepest betrayals. And from the ashes of Jacen Solo's fall, another hope emerged. Before he fell to the dark side, Jacen had a secret daughter with Tenel Ka Jo, the queen mother of the Hapis Consortium. Her name was Alana Jo Solo. After Jacen's death, she was secretly adopted by her grandparents, Han and Leia, to protect her. She was a princess and a Skywalker, a living symbol that even from the darkest of tragedies, a new light can be born. The Legends saga doesn't even stop there. It jumps over a century into the future, to the Legacy era. Here we meet Cade Skywalker. A direct descendant of Luke and Ben, Cade is a Skywalker unlike any other. He's not a noble hero. After watching a new Sith Empire slaughter the Jedi Order and kill his father, Cade shatters. He abandons his heritage and becomes a cynical, death-stick-addicted bounty hunter who wants nothing to do with his family's legacy. Haunted by the Force ghost of Luke Skywalker, Cade is reluctantly dragged back into the fight. He has a unique and dangerous Force ability his ancestor Anakin craved. He can use the dark side to bring people back from the brink of death. His journey is one of resistance, not just against the Sith, but against his own destiny. He is a broken hero for a broken galaxy, a man who runs from his name but can't escape his fate. In the end, he embraces his heritage and saves the galaxy one last time. Cade's story proves that no matter how far they fall or how hard they run, a Skywalker will always be there to stand against the darkness. When you put it all together, from Shmi's quiet hope to Cade's reluctant heroism, the Legends Skywalker Saga is a sprawling, multi-generational epic. It's a story of a family constantly struggling with light and dark, a dynasty that produces the galaxy's greatest heroes and its most terrifying villains. It gives us a Luke Skywalker who succeeded, becoming a legendary Grand Master who rebuilt the Jedi Order. It gives us a thriving family tree, with heirs like Jaina Solo, Ben Skywalker, and Anakin Solo ready to carry the legacy forward. This is the far more layered and intricate story of the Skywalker family, a saga that spans well over a century. While the official canon chose to end the bloodline and pass the name to a spiritual successor, the Legends timeline offered a different path, one of continuation, of an unending struggle, and of a family legacy that truly shaped the fate of the galaxy for generations. This is the story that was wiped away, a grand epic that many fans still hold as the true continuation of the Skywalker saga. What do you think? Is the Legends saga the real story of the Skywalkers? And which of these heirs do you wish was still canon? Let us know down in the comments. If you want to explore more lost stories from the Star Wars galaxy, be sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the lore. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.